Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So here I am today with my thoughts on this mouse. This is the Logitech Pro Superlight. Logitech Pro Superlight was released about a year ago, and I bought it about a month and a half ago, about 6 weeks or so. And I'm here to tell you my thoughts about this Superlight mouse that is really quite unique in the sense that it's white. First of all, it's white. I wanted a white gaming mouse to match, well, my keyboard is in the other room, but I have a G915 right here, and this is the full size in black. They have a smaller version of this without the number pad, and that is white. So I just wanted a white gaming mouse, and considering that I already have the G304, the G304 has a white version as well. But considering I already have the black version, I don't see the point of getting the same mouse. Yeah. That is both white and black. I don't know if you can, if I am in focus. Yep, okay. So, that's why I decided to get this, this Superlight mouse. Partly because of the color, partly because it had great reviews on the internet. Wherever I looked, like, people were raving about it. There's other wireless mice that have holes in them. I forgot the names of those, but those were not as recognizable, obviously. Companies not as recognizable as Logitech. The bad part, I would say, would be the micro USB charging port. I don't really like it. I don't think anyone likes micro USB these days. But the Ptfe feet are so good and so smooth for gliding. When I first picked it up, it was just like what the other reviewers said. It's so light you can hardly believe it. Like, this feels like a real mouse. I used to equate like weight and heft with durability and sort of I don't know, solidness. But when you pick this mouse up, it's evident that it's very, very well made, even though it's so light. And I don't profess to be a pro gamer or anything. I've been playing Guardians of the Galaxy on PC with this, and it works really well. If you notice my G304 over here, I've stuck my own like scotch tape on it. It seems kind of silly, but it helped because this mouse, out of the box, it feels like a piece of soap. I mean, it's so slippery. This feels so slippery. And there's no tape on it, so I just used my own tape, and it worked really well for me, and I like the weight. But once I started using this, it took a little bit of getting used to, because it's just so light, and the slightest movement, like, sort of makes your cursor move a lot, and the character in the game move a lot. But over time, you get used to it, and you kind of appreciate just how easy it is to use. I don't play first-person shooters exclusively. But I can imagine just how much it would help those people who are playing games that require quick reflexes. I also have the what is that? The G502 Lightspeed with me, and this is much heavier. This is the heaviest mouse, obviously heavier than the G304. And the 502 is more comfortable in the sense that it feels very solid, and it's very like dense. And there's a finger rest. So if you were looking to use this for office work as well, I would recommend getting this one. But obviously, if you want super light gaming, if you want a white mouse, of course, I have to say the price is a con, because it is, it's the most expensive. The price is gaming mouse I've bought, but the thing is that they only have two kinds. They only make two kinds of white mice, gaming mice at Logitech. That is the Superlight or the G304. So yeah, I wanted to try both of them, and it works really well for me. If you talk about the clickiness of the buttons, no issues at all. It feels very, very solid and well made. The scroll wheel is good. Unfortunately, they didn't have the ability, the option of add the option of infinite scrolling, which was a little bit of a bummer, but it works really well for me, so no issues there. There is no, unlike the G502, there is no button to adjust the DPI, so everything has to be adjusted in the software, Logitech G Hub. So that is also, something that you need to consider if you like your DPI button. So it's a very simple, very clean mouse. I bought it because I like the design, I like the color, and as you use it, the functionality really gets to you. You get to appreciate it more and more. In terms of the level of friction, I would say that this one, the Superlight, is better. Like, it fills up your palm more. It's bigger. It's bigger. Oops. It's bigger and it's wider than the G304, and it's just it's overall a nicer shape. Yeah. Yep. And it's rechargeable, unlike the 304 that requires batteries. Unlike the recently released like Shroud mouse, all of these two mice, the G502 and the Superlight, use the micro USB standard. Yeah, but then the battery life is so high on this, you literally you can forget to recharge it for weeks and weeks and maybe months, but it will not die on you. It took me, I just recharged it after like close to 2 months. Yeah, 6+ weeks of gaming and moderate use. So battery life on this is really strong. Yeah, and I would say that in contrast to the G502, the clickiness is not as great. I mean, it doesn't feel as satisfying as the G502, but of course they needed to make some changes to for the weight reduction that I appreciate. Overall, I think this is a more pleasant, more comfortable shape to use. Not comfortable, but more mainstream shape to use in the G502, because the G502 is clearly a very aggressively shaped mouse. It even has these pointy ends. Oops, these pointy ends here. But this one is not really an ambidextrous mouse, but because the buttons are on the left side, but I would say it's a very safe shape for them to use. So anyway, these are my thoughts on the Logitech Pro Superlight after about 6 weeks of use. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. See you.